Taguig City has the fastest growing population in the National Capital Region. It has a total population of almost 690,000. Majority of Taguig City's population is 82% overseas Filipino workers, while 17% are immigrant, 1% unspecified. Generally, they are called overseas Filipinos. 60% of Taguig City's overseas Filipinos are in the Middle East, mostly in Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. 40% are in Asia, US, Canada, Europe, and others. Although migration has enabled the overseas Filipinos and their families to afford their basic needs and raise their standard of living, 70% of them are unable to save and invest for their long-term goal. The question is, why? Majority of the overseas Filipinos and their families lack financial education on how to budget, save, and invest their money. These overseas Filipinos are the sole breadwinners of their families. Most of the time, remittances are their family's only source of income. Sometimes families of these overseas Filipinos tend to live a luxurious lifestyle. They are unable to use the remittances wisely. On the other hand, there are some families of overseas Filipinos who are able to save. But the lack of information on economic opportunities, marketing, and management led to losing their money in business failures. What is the impact of this? The overseas Filipinos stay out of the country longer than expected. From an initial plan of working for only 2 to 5 years, they end up working for 20 to 30 years abroad. This means prolonged years of separation from their loved ones. For the spouses, long years of physical distance. For the children, growing up with only one parent, or worst, both parents being away. Overseas Filipinos' remittances end in minimal economic opportunities. Entrepreneurial potentials in their areas are lacking. Rarely do their families find jobs. Hence, the population only have options of unending migration to more developed countries. In order to address the above challenges, the United Nations Development Program spearheaded the Overseas Filipinos Diaspora Remittances for Development Project, Building a Future Back Home. It is sponsored by the Western Union Foundation, Western Union's philanthropy arm. The project addresses the goal of harnessing the potential of overseas remittances for poverty reduction and consequently local economic development. Specifically, it aims to support policies that transform overseas remittances for development, savings and investments, and builds a viable collective remittance fund. The project is being implemented by the National Economic Development Authority and the Commission on Filipinos Overseas from 2011 to 2012. What is now the Overseas Filipinos Diaspora Remittances for Development Project of Taguig? This project aims to mobilize the savings, investment, and philanthropy of Taguig's overseas Filipinos toward their own personal progress, their families, and communities. Strategically, the project intends to converge initiatives among government agencies, non-government organizations, financial institutions, and the private sector in assisting Taguig's overseas Filipinos. Who will participate? What assistance will be provided to the overseas Filipinos and their families? The Country Rural Bank of Taguig Incorporated has been in existence since 1965. It has 12 branches, 6 in Metro Manila, 3 in Bulacan, and 3 in Laguna, with plans to expand further its branch network. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas has recently approved its consolidation with the Builders Bank having branches in Metro Manila, Ilocos Sur, and Batanes. The Country Bank currently services more than 45,000 depositors. It also provides payment services and money transfers to almost 150,000 clients. The Country Bank of Taguig offers the following products. Save a minimum of 10,000 pesos in Country Prime Time Deposit. This will have guaranteed earnings of 7% per annum. Interest is payable monthly, tax-free. Dollar savings and time deposits. Collateralized loans. Short-term loan with interest rate of 12% per annum and medium or long-term loan with interest rate of 14% per annum. Microinsurance for the overseas Filipinos plus 4 members of the family. An annual premium amount of 280 pesos brings the following benefits. Life insurance, accident and permanent disability coverage of 25,000 pesos for the overseas Filipino and his or her spouse and 5,000 pesos for each 3 dependents. Accident medical reimbursement of 2,500 pesos for the overseas Filipino and his or her spouse or parents and 500 pesos for each 3 dependents. Medical benefits of 200 pesos per day for the overseas Filipino and 100 pesos per day for the spouse for a maximum of 30 days confinement. Fire and calamity insurance of 5,000 pesos. Instant abuloy of 10,000 pesos for the overseas Filipino and 2,500 pesos for the spouse or parents and 1,000 pesos for each 3 dependents. Please contact the Country Rural Bank of Taguig. In 1991, Simbayanan ni Maria Foundation Incorporated was registered as a non-stock, non-profit organization. In 1992, it evolved into the Simbayanan ni Maria Multi-Purpose Cooperative to address socio-economic concerns of Lower Bicutan residents and adjacent barangays in Taguig City. The Simbayanan ni Maria Multi-Purpose Cooperative offers the following. Non-collateralized business loan, back-to-back loan, time deposits. Other services include insurance death benefit, social entrepreneurship training, PhilHealth payment acceptance, Western Union Money Bayad Remittance Center, and scholarship. Please contact the Simbayanan ni Maria Multi-Purpose Cooperative. The Migration and Development Council will ensure the success and sustainability of the project. The Council consists of the following: national government agencies, City Government of Taguig, financial institutions, non-government organizations, and overseas Filipinos organizations in Taguig City.